off there. You can see it just roll out of the back of the hand. Ridgeman waited 1 year and a Sunday for that one to get to him, and the man was stationed there in wide mid-on. Takes an easy catch. Wicket number one goes to Captain Shima back in the hut.
Yes, Shima is always in a hurry. It was a beautiful shot. If he spends some time on the crease, he might be able to put his team in a better position. But he doesn't stay longer there. So, big blow for Chicago catchers. Rizwan Shima has gone back into the pavilion. Muhammad Asif is keeping his team right in the driving seat in the very first over of the game. This game is too important for DC Eagles. It's a must-win match for them. They managed to win only one game in this tournament so far.
So we would have seen Hasif yesterday on the beach, having some fun. So I guess he's all fit and ready to go. We thought he would have been all sunned out. It was a sunny day at the beach yesterday. That's Lauderhill by the sea. And here he's picking up a wicket using the experience, using all his guile to get rid of Rizwan Shima. He played a lovely six down to deep backward square, but the very next delivery rolled this one from the back of the hand, and Shima was there waiting and waiting, and then he forced it to mid-on. So wicket in the first over. Now they're attacking with two slips. Probably you'll see it on screen in a minute. Outside the off stump, moving away from the batter, well left. Said two slips, and the keeper with the big gloves just came up, rolled the arm over. So
Yes. It was a well-pitched delivery to a new batter right in the ring. So the two men outside are third man fielder and fine leg fielder. We have got another slip in the position for the new man in.
Asif now comes in from the far end, bowls. This one is covering up nicely. They offer a relaxing single as the wicketkeeper had to give chase in the vacant short fine leg area.
Yes, he brought this ball into him. The ball he bowled previously went away, and this one right back in. So a good strike rotation for Dallas Chicago catchers here.
Yes, they seem to be in repair mood, seeing that the back of the hard-hitting Ridgewan Shima is already in the hut. I think they've got to really make their mind up to bat the 20 overs and to get as many as they can. They would have won one game. Both teams would have won a game each. So they're fighting to stay alive for tomorrow. This one is in the air, but it's going to be away from the inner ring and down to the boundary for four.
Yes, an effortless shot this is from him. We saw him coming for Chicago catchers down the order, but this time he came one down and started off with the boundary. And a wonderful shot this is against Muhammad Asif, who has been pitching a beautiful bowling here.
Yes, so in that over we saw two beautiful shots, one in the on, one in the off. So to end that over, I think it's somewhere perhaps 11 for the loss of one wicket.
Yes, we will get our scorecard right up there in a couple of minutes. Mas Khurram is taking his run up. He bowled beautifully against New Yorker strikers. Got 2 wickets in his spell. And a little bit of sledging with Simmons. He's a good bowler. He has a good height and a decent run up.
So Coram it is who's going to be taking up the attack from the southern end. Wearing the number 44 in his back. He steams in now, bowls over the wicket. And this one is getting some bounce. Goes up over the shoulder. Let's see if it's going to be one for the over. It was not pacey, but it was a tennis ball bounce, sort of. The batsman just leaned and got out the way. Harmlessly taken there by the wicket keeper for a dot.
Yes, this is what I sometimes think, that if you are bowling a short ball, it should have a height on, because then a short ball becomes easy for the batter to pick if it's a waist height.
Goes in now over the wicket again. This time, he's cutting the batsman in half. This one now skidded off the pitch, got into him faster than he anticipated. Tried to flick it, but it was into his body quicker than he thought. So 2 dots on the trot.
Yes, it was wonderfully pitched on the very good length and K-bank in. So they are making it difficult for the Chicago catchers here, putting the pressure on right in the power play, which is actually required from them. DC Eagles, they have to be on their toes for this match.
So just a lone slip. Third man in the deep point cover, extra cover mid-off. Those are the men in the offside. They have short mid-wicket, the mid-on. And the deep backward square leg as he comes in now. Bowls over the wicket. He's turning this one in the onside. One safe for him. Relaxing one. As the mid-on fielder. Short mid-wicket fielder had to do all the chasing. But there was a man coming in from the deep backward square leg. He warded him off and decided, I'll take the legs to get me there.
Yes, so it's a shiny day here. Yesterday we were at beach, enjoyed our time out, but at one time it looked like that beach party is gonna cancel because it rained so hard in the morning.
Yes, it's about 6 inches of rain beneath us here. You can look at the tires here, the side screen. This time he's playing this one coming off the inner post of the bat. They won in the first one quickly, just the way the batting coach would like to see, and they got 2 in the end.
Very good running this is from the batter, wearing 57 jersey here. He's a wonderful fielder. I keep repeating that. He's too agile and he's too quick, and today we are seeing him batting at number 1 down here for his team. He looked positive here right from the start. Surely an energetic cricketer for Chicago catchers.
So unofficially 14 for 1. Comes in and bowls outside the off stump again. This one coming into the batsman. He was on the back foot and steering it down to the wide third man for a single.
Good bowling this is from Mas Khurram. He's keeping his line very disciplined here, not allowing any room for the batter to hit him. So this is what is required in the power play from him, and wonderful guidance this is from Muhammad Asif, standing on the mid-on position, guiding him on each delivery with a plan. So it's wonderful to have a plan for a bowler.
Yes, indeed. Well, searching for wicket number 2, he goes in. This time he's down the leg side. He's off the mark. He's eluding the wicket keeper. There's going to be extras. There's going to be 4 wides. So he was off the mark. Quite pacey. Wicket keeper did all he could to pull that one in, but to no avail.
Yes, the ball kept swinging in and it was like full pitch delivery. We can see that the ball is swinging, so he might use that more for his advantage. But unlucky there that the wicket keeper could not have a grab on this. Have a look at this one. It kept swinging. Oh yes.
Yes.
It was angled inside as well.
Yeah, it was a big swing. Started outside the leg stump, going further down. So 20 for 1 as he comes in now. Bowl this one right on the sticks, and he's going to get 4 for this. He flicked it very nicely off the legs. And where the finding would have been, square leg gave chase, but just beyond the boundary rope. Look at it.
Yeah, it's a very big gap. You have to have someone out there because the ball is swinging in, so you may have 2 fielders in the square leg and the fine leg region. There is a third man. Even if there's a deep third man, you can have a proper fine leg fielder. Otherwise, this is a huge gap and very easy for the batter to just tickle it for a boundary.
Yeah, well, he was off the mark, to be honest with you. Well, is there going to be a free hit? I can see the signal for the free hit coming in here. So there is a free hit. And he's going after him and he's missing out. as he followed him, but there's going to be runs for the team. Let's see if he got any wheel on it. Buys. So 4 buys. So an expensive over. Some 29 for the loss of 1 wicket.
It should have been stopped by the wicketkeeper. It was a slower one, but unable to grab it.
Yes, some 18 runs coming from that over.
Yes, and if you talk about his line and length, he was disciplined there. Unlucky there with all the runs that won away, apart from that one wide delivery that should have gone for just 1 run.
Yes,
so sometimes it really gets unlucky for the bowler.
So out of the 18 runs that was scored, he had some 10 runs coming in extras.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 buys and 5 from the wide ball.
And a no
and
ball.
1 no ball.
Yes.
It was overstepped?
Yes, because they didn't have more than 2 men outside of the circle, and it was not high full pitch, and it was not. I don't think he was. No, he was not over the head, so he had to be overstepped.
Okay.
Yes. So Hasif has got to do some repairs here now because that was an expensive over. We're still in the power play, folks. For those who are new to cricket, no more than 2 fielders can be outside of the 30-yard circle. And we're going to tell you where those 2 men are stationed in a moment. We have the deep extra cover and the man in the boundary. So expect to have some pace, just the 1 slip to start with this over. His first over he employed 2 slips. He comes in now, bowls outside the off, some still moving away from the batter. He had a waff at it, missed, taken by the keeper.
Wonderful start. This is from Muhammad Asif, keeping his length tight here, not allowing anything for the batter. It was a difficult ball for jersey number 5-7. I'm sure we will have his name soon.
Yes, we apologize for that. A little technical difficulty. Trying to get it in order, so bear with us. You know how it is with technology. Sometimes it go awry, but technicians in the back there doing the endeavor to get the scoreboard up and running. Comes in again, bowled. This time he's lofting this one over the bowler's head and wide of mid-on. It goes down to the boundary. Made a very, very good effort to haul this one back in, just inches away from the rope. In the meantime, the batters run a nice relaxing 2.
Yes, it was struck straight and you surely had a chance, but the fielder did his best, unable to reach it. But wonderful start. This is from Chicago catchers. They are getting back into this game. They've got a runs in the previous over. They have to keep ticking it because they know the importance. They played 2 games and won 1 and lost 1. This is their 3rd game.
Yes, well, 31 for 1. Mohammed Asif now right arm over. This time he's going after him. Whack past him to the left of him before he can even think about that ball coming back at him. It was in the boundary. 4 more.
Yes, tennis shot. This is from him. It was pitched a bit shorter and easy for him to execute it between the 2 fielders. This is not what Asif would have wanted.
Yeah, the one hit was disdain. That he really charged him and gave it a good whack just to the left of the bowler. Had no chance of getting down to stop it. And now they're pulling in the fine leg. He's coming up in the circle. They push him back wide and long on. Let's see what he has in store for this one. Gentle run up. And it's a slow delivery. That's the double bluff.
Yes, too smart. This is from Muhammad Asif. He's talking to him. Why didn't you play this one? I got a fielder set for you. You should have given a catch to him.
Yes, he's a little bit of banter here between the bowler and batsman.
But I like the reaction of the batter. He just walked aside, didn't involve in this argument. He knows what he can do is from his bat only. He doesn't have to talk here.
That's right. He said, my bat will do the talking. You have the ball, I have the bat. I just whacked you for a 4. You bowl a good delivery. Yes, it's for a dot. Let's attend to this delivery.
Interesting
Smooth.
to see this one.
Yes, smooth one up. He's bowling over the wicket. Oh, and he's cutting him in half. This one is... and the batsman leaning back, getting out of the way. We call that chin music.
Yes, my goodness, it was pitched so well, right in the spot. So wanted to hit the helmet of the batter. Wonderful. This is from Muhammad Asif. You surely see legends making a coming back into their over after being hit for a boundary.
Yes, that's it. I'm going to have the last say. I think that's what Asif is saying. I'm an international cricketer. I'm not just a past international cricketer. I'm going to rewind and come again and bring it back to the good old days. Well, the batter settles in now, slips waiting. He's been pushing the ball across the batsman. Oh, this time again. He was pacey into his legs and the batsman was getting small there in that one. Let's see, I think he may have got a touch on his pad. No, he got some bat on it.
Yes, he
So
surely did.
runs. Maybe looked sort of awkward there, but anyway, he got a touch on it. 37 it is in the fourth over, right?
Yes, we are into the fourth over. Asif has bowled 2, Moaz bowled 1. So a lot of work for commentators to
Yes.
keep remembering what's going on.
Yes, 37 for the loss of that one wicket. Shima, unlucky to would have gone in the first over. Unlucky for the batting team, but lucky for the fielding team. So the catchers are catching up now. They were in the dumps there in the first over when they would have lost the experienced Rizwan Shima. Yes, he went for 6 in the first over.
So Mohammad Uzair is the new bowler. He has been fantastic for his team. We saw him bowling some good line and lengths and taking wickets for his team. So we have to see what he has to offer today for DC Eagles. DC Eagles have played their 3 matches and won 1. This is their 4th game today and it's a must-win contest for them.
Mohamed Uzair is the new bowler. This one is on the onside. A quick single. A short mid wicket was converging on that one, but buttered fingers. He slipped through his grass. In the end, well run single, putting a little pressure on the fielder. Scores on to 38 now for 1. We're into over number 5.
Yes, good tidy start. This is from Mohammad Uzair. He has got 2 men outside the ring, deep third man and square leg fielder. Started off by attacking the straight fielders. Mid on and mid off are up in the ring. Oh, they're changing just right when I said good attacking field from him.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
he got vulnerable.
Yes, I guess he's gonna be going full in the offside. I guess pushing back the man on the boundary. Oh, this time he's going one bounce here. If there was a second slip, he would have gone straight down his throat. But the third man is on the 30-yard circle, and he went one bounce to him. That was a pacey delivery.
Yes, Mohammad Uzair has been impressive and he's hitting those hard lengths very well. He has assessed the pitch very well. So it was a bit of a chance there. At least he created that opportunity for his team.
Well, Uzair again is putting over the wicket. And this time he's playing, and this one is hit the edge, and the wicket keeper pouched it, and he knocked it to the wide third man up in the circle, and it was still short of him. He's kicking himself, kicking the keeper, and saying, "You had a second chance at it here in the third man area." That was a quick delivery.
Somebody has to wake the keeper up. I mean, he has been fumbling the ball, but wonderful attempt. This is from the short third man fielder. He was into the match. It could have been a relayed catch, but wonderful. This is from Mohammad Uzair. He saw him coming down and dragged his length a bit. Created that opportunity for his team. Wanted to bring these Eagles back into this game.
Yeah, there's some runs in the pitch, but seems there's something there for the bowler as well. Now they're pushing back the third man, so was up in the circle, the 30-yard circle. Let's see for this delivery. Oh no, he aborts his run. I thought he was labeling. I saw it. Yes, yeah, he didn't look the part getting in there. You've got to forget about that though. I mean, it was a catch that should have been taken by the big glove.
Absolutely, I agree. It was there to be taken.
It was there to be taken, but no, we still have to go on with the game. You still have
Of course.
another 15 overs to go. You can Maybe during the inning break you can talk about it. But for now, it's done and dusted. Let's get on. Again, he's got to recover, redeem yourself. That drop catch is done and dusted. It's gone. It's history. It should have been taken. It should have been taken. I'm agreeing with that. So, okay, we have the scoreboard with us now, 38 for 1. So, the scorer just gave us an applause to say we did very well, keeping scores in our head. So, in between, well, he comes in now. So, this time he goes through with his run. Outside the offside, playing a lovely shot into the offside, square of the wicket. All of that just for 4 runs.
Yes, not too good from Uzair this time. It was pitch short and the width was there, easy for the batter to cut him towards point region. Looks like he is struggling with his run up here.
Yes, well, like I said, after all of that, about his run 1, 2, 3 times, and when he decided to bowl, he was outside the off stump, dragging this one down, and the batter was to the measure of it. Played a lovely cut shot. Now the point has gone in place, so they're toying around with the field, and the batter is down the leg side. He's turning this one around the corner, finally up in the circle. Can't prevent one though. So good cricket here. The catchers are catching up. 43 for 1.
Yes, absolutely. They understand the importance of this strike rotation. They're on 43 for 1 in 3.5 overs. One ball still to come from Mohammad Uzair. He has been disciplined so far, except for their one ball. So we have another change in the field. Long off his back with point fielder in the deep.
Bolt now this time he's going after him in the air and splitting point, and the third man up in the circle and down to the boundary for 4. As that over comes to an end, it's 47 for 1. Let's have a look. Outside the off stump, he's just opening the blade, steering it into the wide third man area, and he gets 4 for his effort. 47 for 1, and the end of 4 overs.
So Muhammad Asif is back on his run up with his third over for his team DC Eagles. DC Eagles. Good ball. This is from Muhammad Asif.
This
and a
is
good run again.
touch and go here. This one was played into the onside. The batters decide that they're gonna run, but I think the batter there is a little bit upset. Like, why did you run that? It was his call, but the non-striker seemed as if he pushed him for the run. He didn't want to leave him stranded. I think that's what it is. So he went through, but it was really touch and go.
Yes, it could have been risky if there was a direct hit.
Yes, indeed. So
Let's see who's coming up as sweepers going back. So we have a short fine leg in place now and a long on fielder for Muhammad Asif.
yes, apparently he's going to try to bowl his 4 on the trot. So this is his third. He's gone for 21 so far. He comes from the far end. Slight gentle breeze across the turf. And he's whacking it to the left of the bowler. He got a hand in it, knocked it down. Sent back. So all that for no one.
Yes, lucky there that he got a hand on, otherwise it was going straight like he hit in the previous over.
Yes, it was going just to the left of him. This time he got the big paw, his left hand on it. So now they're going on the defensive. They're taking out the slip now. He's going to go into mid-on. And they're bringing the man in the 45 a little finer.
Yes, they might want to see their middle fielder as well. He's coming a bit wider.
Yes, they're searching for wicket number 2. 42. This partnership has gone to 42 so far. Outside the off stump, he's trying to hit it into the offside. No timing. On the edging it.
Yes, good bowling. This is from Mohammad Asif. He is bowling according to his field, mixing up his length. So he has a long one, but you cannot predict him to bowl a fuller here.
Yeah, Ahmad Zaid disgusted with himself. He could have done a little better. Once he would have gotten it past the inner wing, I think he would have been in business for a boundary, because the sweeper is on the point boundary. Asif with 2 dots on the go. This time he's pulling this one in the air down to the vacant deep mid wicket area, and it goes for a 6. Yes, indeed.
Wonderful shot. This is from him.
Yeah, he charged them and he played a good, proper cricketing shot. He was pulling with all his might, one about waist height, getting up. So 50 comes up on the board, and 54 it is for the loss of 1 wicket. A good partnership between these two. Which one went when the score was on 6? The lone 6, he opened his account with a 6. This time, he's edging. Good bit of feeling knocked down there by the third man. And they're going to be overthrows. That's the only thing that messed it up. But he took out the slip for this over. That one would have gone straight down slip throat. But a good bit of feeling there by the third man. Over number 5, done and dusted. 55 for 1.
After the end of 5 overs, Irfan Khan on 13, Humayun Ahmad on 27.
Well, again, the sun is out in its glory. Yesterday morning, what showers. At least 6 inches of rain fell on this ground. Yesterday was a rest day for cricket on the square here, but it was cricket on the beach, and you took it all in.
Yes, absolutely. When I first saw the picture of this ground, it was like a bathtub. But when I came back here, there was no water here. So the ground in the outfield is so good. We have a sand beneath it, so it soaks the water in. And about that beach thing, yes, wonderful cricket. You really enjoyed. I saw you.
Yes, cutting and cutting well past the right hand of the third man up in the circle and down to the boundary for 4.
So we were 1 ball short.
Yeah,
so
there was a ball.
He just completed his over with the boundary and lost his rhythm a bit.
Yes, they're falling apart here, if I can say so myself. So it's 59 for 1 at the end of over number 5. So we were jumping ahead of the gun there. The umpires really threw us off. But yes, we're talking about yesterday's event. It was a beach day, beachnik, and you were all there to take it in. And we saw Mohammed Qureshi even playing on the beach.
Yes, he was so enjoying that, playing cricket matches there and having that barbecue.
Yes, and the barbecue, it tasted so good. I'm telling you the truth, it was well seasoned. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the barbecue. And Mohammed Qureshi, we have to call him Mr. Cricketer himself. Once there's a bat and there's a ball and there's space, he's going to find some space to play cricket.
Yes, surely. He should have been in one of the teams.
You mean in the US Open?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, he did well for himself with the Legends. I saw a run out that was given to him. I thought he should have gotten the benefit of the doubt. Prior to that, he was not out in his previous inning.
He remained unlucky there. He also got an LBW, which looked slightly up. But again, it's gone. We can't do anything about that.
Right. Well, we can speak about it. But we have to say all hails to Cricket Council USA, the US Open in its 16th edition. I'm saying I'm happy to have been here for all of them. And I go beyond the US Open because folks wouldn't realize that the idea of this US Open came out of Frost Park in Dania Beach. Yes, that's where it all started, with Mark deciding we can have some cricket. and they got the Richie Richardson, Sir Richie Richardson out of
Yeah.
Antigua and the
What
boys.
year are you talking about?
That was about, mm, let's see, we started here, say 2008, so we're talking about maybe 2005,
Okay, long
2006.
back.
Yes,
So
yes, the
yes,
idea was in his head, and then by the time the stadium, they talk about getting a stadium for the World Cup for 2007. In 2008, decided let's bring it into the park, utilize the park.
yeah. So you manifested in 2007, and today here you are playing in the Broward County Cricket Stadium, which has been approved by ICC, and we saw Cricket World Cup here. So wonderful vision he had, and he helped to carve this stadium and cricket here. He like worked hard in the growth of the cricket here. So we are seeing a lot of people coming in playing USA, and these people are not from USA, but they are from all over the world, Asian countries, European, and American, Caribbean.
Yeah, people need to know that because behind the scenes we don't often see what goes on behind the scene. But Makuishi is was very instrumental in getting this ground, and the amount of money he would have poured into Broward County. Oh, this one there's a bowling change here, and it's gonna be Bakari, and that's a good delivery. So we've seen spin for the first time. That one walked away, turned away. There's a slip in floor. There's slip in place. This time again he's going after him and he's going past the bat taken by the wicket keeper who would have put one down earlier from the seamer. And since that the
Yes,
the Eagles seem to have fallen apart because of the drop catch, but they've got to redeem themselves. It's again going outside. He's playing a good shot into the offside. Goes all the way for 6.
Yes, he started beautifully here, but bowled a short pitch to Humayun Zaidi, who is very well set out there, picked this length early and played it over the head of the cover fielders. And it went all the way for 6. Doesn't look like he hit it with this much power.
Timing and these big, nice, solid, thick bats, it will take it away if you really, aim for glory. And this time he aimed for glory. He got all of it in the offside 6, and it's not a short boundary by any means. It's about a 70-yard boundary. Pick out one of the furthest spot on the ground.
Yes, it's certainly a huge boundary, but wonderful timing. This is from Humayun Zaidi. Hasnain Bukhari is accepting the challenge, not changing the field here for him.
No, but that was a bad delivery, so you don't change the feeling for things this time. Again, this time he's coming after him, hitting it in the air. There's a man getting on it. He drops the catch. Unbelievable.
It was an easy catch. He kept running. He was there. He managed there, but he couldn't get hold of this ball. Definite misery for the bowler here, who has done so well. Came back in, wanted to bring his team back into the game, getting the wicket of Humayun Zaidi. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, he got a leading edge there. He had all day to take it. This time he's going after him, playing across the sticks, beating that off stump, taken cleanly by the wicket keeper. Again, the Eagles have got to come down. They've got to come from flying around. The Eagles are flying around. They need to come down, be grounded, and start all over again on the back foot, playing in the offside and can't score. That was a good over in which you should have taken the wicket, and we saw a lovely off drive for 6.
So it's 66 for 1 after the end of 6 overs.
So again, we were speaking about the birth of the U.S. Open. We would have seen the first 2 matches here started with 100,000 tournament, and Trinidad, the team from Trinidad came and they won the first 2, and then they decided we've had enough. They pulled out, and then after that we would have seen various teams winning the tournament. Last year the prize went up to 250,000. I'm not sure how much it is this year.
This is $300,000 this time.
300,000, so it's going up, and we have just 5 teams. So sooner or later we'll be giving you some sponsors, and we're going to ask you to really patronize the sponsors. We know for sure that the US Open is here to stay.
So Rafi Safdar is a new bowler in for DC Eagles. He's a left-arm bowler, bowled beautifully in his previous match. And he was
Yes.
trusted with the death overs, and he did exceptionally well there.
Yes, he come in between the umpire and the stump, outside the off stump, and bowled him, and knocked him over. First delivery.
Wonderful start. This is for Rafi Safdar. He got the man who was settled there, Humayun Ahmadzai, for 34 runs on 20 balls. Have a look at this ball. Yeah, there was a definite edge inside, but it was very well placed. No chance for Humayun to connect it between the point fielders. And there was a speed on this ball.
Yes. Well,
Good pace delivery from Rafi Safdar.
well, it just cost the team 1 1 after that drop catch. So the spin came and did the damage. He thought he was being undone there. Now this gentleman, I think he got a 50 his last time up. What's his name?
Anderson?
Anderson.
Yeah, I'm getting good.
Yes, yes. So
I knew a couple of players before coming here, but I have been watching them play and they're doing wonderful. So you surely remember them.
yes, so Anderson first time playing in the US Open, so he would have made his mark with a 50. It was a good looking 50. No one wanted to stay with him on the park, but he stayed and he enjoyed himself. I'm sure he'll try to repeat that or try to do even better than making the 50. We haven't seen a century in this tournament this year. There's still time for him. We've just gone past the power play. So he's got to really work the singles and pick the gaps because 5 men are spread out beyond the 30-yard circle. So he's going to be the southpaw, sporting number 42, coming out of Jamaica, the land of wood and water. The land of the great late Robert Nesta Bob Marley, Jamaica. Have you heard of that singer, Robert?
No, I
Bob
haven't
Marley?
heard of the singer. Sorry.
Yeah, he died at the age of 36, the tender age of 36, but he made his mark. So when you get a chance, you can look him up, Robert Nesta Bob Marley. Well, he comes in now. Bowls to Anderson. Anderson is getting off the mark, not timing, but enough to get up at the other end.
We saw him that he was very good against the short pitch deliveries. It wasn't so short, it was back of the length, but he managed to score 1 run off this. So he started where he finished. He showed some resilience in his previous match, scored a 50 for his team.
Yes, well, if you're just waking up, it's morning time here for us here in the Lauderhill, in the city of Lauderhill, as Virgil would say, the beautiful city of Lauderhill. We bathe in sunshine. If it's night time for you, I'm saying good night. And welcome to Mark TV. This time the batsman gets on the front foot, plays it with soft hands, can't score. Wicketkeeper runs out to do the fielding himself, but we had 2 men converging on the delivery, the point and the extra cover. Extra cover is saving 1 nonetheless. He's about 15 meters away from the bat. This time he's turning it into the onside. They're running the first one fast. I think they're going to take it on. Oh, he was sent back by the non-striker. I think the double was on. But they settled for 1. 68 it is for the loss of 2 wickets. Chima would have gone for 6. And our last batter there, he would have gone for 34. So, with the left-right hand combination. Oh, he's playing this one in the air away from the wide long on fielder. He didn't really get a hold of it. Goes 1 bounce. Again, they were thinking 2 and wisely sent back there. So Anderson was eager to get back on strike.
Yes, it was a good shot indeed from Anderson. He's picking up this length very early and executing him in the pockets.
Yes, I don't think he timed it as well as he would have liked because there's a big wide gap between long on and mid wicket.
Absolutely.
This time they're running the first one fast again, and this time they decided we missed out on the first 2, and this time they take it. It was always 2 the first time around, so they've got it together.
Yes, absolutely. And the fielder has to check it's a long boundary. He can remain 5 steps up to stop those doubles.
So at the end of 7, it is 71 for the loss of some 2 wickets. Early in the inning, the Chicago catchers were sent into bat as the DC Eagles won the toss. They decided they're going to chase whatever the Chicago catchers would put on the board. They've worked their way to 71 for 2 thus far in over number 7.
So Griffith is coming into bowl. Did you see him bowl before? I can't remember bowling him for DC Eagles before this match.
No, I don't remember him. He has a towel behind him. I don't think, even though we had a lot of rain here, I don't think it's any dew is on the park. There's not going to be any water, but nonetheless, he decided to have a tail, a white tail. So if you're not seeing the number 10, you know the bowler with the tail. So he has the long dreads.
He's very quick in the field. He batted very well for DC Eagles. Let's see how
Yes.
he bowls for them. Good ball started with. There's
Well,
a
it starts with one that goes beyond the boundary ropes. There goes a 6. It was a looping over pitch delivery, bowling some off spinners. He was in the slot, and Anderson got under it and hit it beyond the boundary marked for his first boundary.
And long on fielder didn't even move for this. He didn't even react. It was
No, he
going
was-
so straight.
It was straight,
No
yes. He
chance.
picked his gap. It was a good shot. No fielder feels behind the bowler's arm. Goes again. He's going after him. He's late cutting. Just for the one. Hasif gets in the way. So that's good batting. If you respect the good ones.
Yes, very well. This is from Anderson. So I think they have not put the score of Anderson and put it into Irfan Khan. It was a great shot from Anderson. They may have to correct it. Good bowling. This is from Griffith. First 2 balls were slower one. This was a pacey delivery, completely deceiving our Irfan Khan there. Oh. Another pacey delivery from Griffith this time. I think Irfan Khan should have touched anything on it. It would have run off a 4. He has lofted over, long on, and it's a huge 6. Second 6 of the over against Griffith. Good shot. This is from Irfan Khan.
Yes, he was tugging this one from outside the off stump and way over the head of the long on. It's a good shot. So 2 6s in the over. So it's meat and drink here. They're really trying to.
It
Set
was
it-
a very slow ball and right in the zone for Irfan Khan.
Yes, when it comes in now in the bowl, oh, that's going to be wide of the mark. It's going to be exercise time here for umpire as he stretches his arms. Eagle comes in now again outside the off stump. That is getting some willow on this one. He's going to go very, very close to the boundary. There's good bit of feeling down there. Just going to be for the 2 as the deep point gets in the way. So we have to do some correction with the score because Anderson would have really hit a 6 and I've got a couple of ones in between there.
Rafi Safdar is back on the crease. He's mixing up his line and length and bowling those armors to right hand batter.
Yes, so Irfan has been there from the very, very first over because Ridgeman would have fell in the first over. Hit one lovely 6 back with a square and then soft dismissal as he was outfoxed by Asif with a slower one. Tugged it into the wide long on and he had to make that dreaded walk back to the pavilion. Another southpaw down to the boundary. This one's going to go for 4. That's a lovely shot.
Yes, beautiful straight drive. This is from Anderson. He's so charged. He's so pumped right from his first ball. It was there to hit and he executed it so well. Rafi might need to adjust his length a bit. Or if he were going to go with the same bowling, he might have to check his field. He might get them straighter. The longer and longer fielder.
Okay, so he goes on to 13. This time he's pulling this one, and he's going to be finding the deep mid wicket. Just a single. He really hit that one with disdain, but he's punching himself saying, why didn't I get it a little finer or away from that feeler? But good work in the deep though.
Yes, too good from him. It went like a bullet to him.
Yes, indeed. He got there fast. He didn't know how. He couldn't even think of a second. But Anderson looked the part. He seemed as if he really wants to get a second 50 of this tournament. And he wants to stay alive in the tournament. Both teams are trying to stay alive here. Outside the off stumpy batsman covers up. Back to the bowler. No one. Third man up in the circle. Point. Deep extra cover. Extra cover saving one. He's about 50 meters away from the bat and a wide long off. Bowls now around the wicket, and this time he's pulling this one, getting it past the short mid wicket. Good bit of fielding down there at the wide long on area. He really covered some grounds. They get around into the corner area just for the one.
Yes, so good of him not allowing the couple even after rolling over the ball, and good throw this is from him.
Yes, indeed, good cricket all around. This brings Anderson, the southpaw, on strike. He's into double figures. Scoreboard is not showing that yet. He's late cutting this one here. Yes, no, yes, no. Sent back by the batter. It was the non-striker's call, but Anderson was on the back foot, couldn't get out of the blocks, so he wisely said no. I'll be flirting with danger if I try to get out from the back foot to run that single. As he goes around the sticks for the left hand. Oh, that's going to be wide of the mark. Naughty, naughty Anderson. That ball was so wide that the umpire is now calling wide, and with two men there, I think that was a naughty shot. That's a foul shot.
Yes, that's a foul shot. There was no need to even attempt this one. It was going way outside off stump, and he will get it into his zone.
Yeah, but he wants to see ball, hit ball. He's pulling this one in the onside. He's flat batted it down to wide long on just for the single. Yeah, I think these two batters are in a mood to really hit the ball, but they're finding the fielders.
Yes, of course. Anderson is on the back foot. He's waiting for that short pitch delivery from him, and Raf is allowing him to do so because he's giving pace on those balls. So he's literally picking up everything up.
Okay, I think we've caught up with the score now. It's 93 for 2, and Anderson has worked his way to 14 from 7 deliveries. Irfan Khan is on 29 from 21.
So 9 overs has been completed. The score is 94 for 2. So we may see Mas Khurram coming up for another over here.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit more than 93.
Yeah, Mas Khurram is guilty of a drop catch.
Yes, indeed. So he's back. He opened the bowling with Asif. A simple catch. Even my mom at 99 can close her eyes and take that. But like I said, we had a lot of rain here yesterday. Maybe it's still too cold for him. As well as, I'll say, I don't think this guy can catch a cold in the dead of winter. He won't catch a cold. He catches nothing. Well, he bounds in now. Bowls to Anderson. Outside the off stump. Anderson watched it go by to be taken by the keeper. Low down. So Anderson has disciplined himself. He went off the one that was well wide of the mark. This one was within his range, but he let it go. So he has.
Yeah, he's checking the bowler first. Maybe he wants to take his time early on.
Yes.
Because it was there to hit.
Yes, but I guess he's telling himself, this is what I should have done with the wide delivery. So I'm showing you that I still have the left alone stroke in my arsenal. That's what it is. Comes in our bowls. This time he's playing this one defensively, but can't beat the point fielder. He was thinking one. Non-striker wisely sent him back. I think these two have got to have a better understanding.
Yes, he may has to continue bowling on this length because we see that Anderson is waiting on his back foot all the time. So you may want to pull him a bit by bowling those good length deliveries here. Nothing fuller, but good length deliveries. So let's see what Mas Khurram does.
Last week it fell when the score was on 66, so a good partnership of 30 so far. This time on the back foot, punching in the offside. Ball took his time getting there to the fielder. It was bouncing to him, so they had ample time for the single. Again, the non-striker was a little slow getting out of the blocks, but Anderson was adamant that this was a single.
Yeah, I don't think he should have allowed the single. He made a long barrier there, allowed the ball to come to him rather than attacking on the ball, because he's fielding on a mid-on position means he is planted there to save those singles.
Yeah, but Anderson realized his foot was planted and was not attacking the ball, so he pushed the non-striker. He said, "It's one." He's not attacking the ball. He was in the mid-off region and waiting for the ball to bounce and come to him. Good single, good thinking.
Yes, good awareness from Anderson,
Yes,
picking up his
indeed.
fielders.
Yes, indeed.
So we're having a chat with Griffith and Maz Khurram. Meanwhile, the five fielders outside the ring are straighter fielders.
Yeah, we're gonna have a change in come at the end of this over. We give our voice a little rest here. As Faisal and Jermaine are standing by.
This is
Come
the
on in.
first time we have been given a rest.
Yes, well, he bouncing now with a big 44 on his back, and he's fishing at this one. This one making good height, really cut him in half. He was looking to steer it down to third man. There's protection there though, but like they say, if you're gonna go it in the offside, if you're gonna cut, you have to cut hard. He was poking at this one. Maybe he knows that the wicketkeeper is not gonna take him. He dropped a dolly. You remember earlier in the inning?
Yes, of
So
course
it
I
was-
do.
It was
Maybe he's awake now because 10 overs has gone.
okay. Well, he was flirting with danger there. Then, this time, this one rising on him, and they're going to be
Aw.
overthrows. I
So
thought,
unwanted this is. There's nothing wrong with the fielder. He did what he has to, but there should be a backup there.
yes, but I think the batters would have made good their ground, so he could have held it.
Given it to the wicketkeeper.
Yeah,
rather
give it
than
to the
throwing on
wicket keeper
third.
instead of, because the non-striker was, well, the batter was well in his ground. But anyway, he gave two. We've gone to 99. The scoreboard is saying here, and 99. So let's see if we can bring up the 100 before we leave the park and
I
leave the
think
deck.
we will do that.
We will see.
Ooh,
Oh, he's fishing outside the off
wonderful.
stump. And he's going to remain on the 99 for 2 at the end of 10. And here's where we're going to be leaving you.
So here we go, headed into the second half of this contest between the Catchers and the Eagles. Relatively in the Catchers' favor so far. Yours truly, Jeremy Lanneman, have flighted, pitched, and gone all the way for 6. And the first ball of this 10th over as we welcome Sir in the commentary booth, Sir Faisal Iqbal, Pakistani international of yesteryear, along with yours truly, Jeremy Lanneman, for the second half of the innings.
Thank you very much, and yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. It's been raining yesterday, heavy rains, but thankfully, it's nice and sunny today. We got big games coming up, and the big semi-final from tomorrow onwards. So these two teams are playing for their slots in the semi-final.
Yes, indeed, and it must be pointed out, looking at the point standings here, DC Eagles and the Chicago Catchers have played 3 matches respectively. They have won one and lost two. There's second and third in the table. So a win for either team here takes them into the semifinals tomorrow. And the team at the bottom of the standing, Dallas Smashers, they have lost all three, but mathematically, a win tomorrow for them at a good run rate could get them in. But qualifying so far for the semifinals are the LA Lions and the New York Yorkers.
Yeah, my team, LA Lions,
Indeed, captained by
captaining the
Faisal
side.
himself.
Yeah, been a proud moment for the boys. They've been playing really well,
Indeed.
and I'm really enjoying captaining them. A good experience and exposure, sharing them my playing experience with them, some coaching experience with them as well. So yeah, the boys are really charged up for the big game and the trophy.
How are you feeling though? I mean, it's the past week. You've played the Legend Series. You've played 3 matches now with the Lions. How is the body?
Yeah, 4 matches actually, and the body is really sore.
Yes.
And but we had a good day yesterday at the beach, organized by Mac Qureshi, Cricket Council USA, for all the players, and everybody have really enjoyed it. And I'm sure all the fans and people who are watching US Cricket, Cricket Council USA's tournaments are looking at all the pictures and videos being made yesterday at the beach with the cricket which is going on right now.
Yes, indeed. So exciting times here. USA Open, the 16th edition of USA Open Cricket, and a new event it is that has been added: rest day and beach cricket. So if you're a cricket fan, you can perhaps look forward to this happening in future tournaments. But so far so good. For the Lions, as we mentioned, and what I like about your team is the balance. They are the most balanced. As I said, you guys back down to 8. You guys have a solid 6 bowlers. You change bowlers as per your captaincy. So your team is the favorites.
Yeah, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. That it should just go as the same till the final game, and if in lifting the cup.
Bukhari, the off
Cricket is
spinner.
a funny game. Anything can happen, especially in this format. And there's missed everyone. There's 4 runs, buys, 4 buys.
Yes, indeed.
For a moment, I thought he bowled a faster one, and I think the keeper was also not ready for that, and it kind of like a yorker between the keeper's leg. He didn't even know what happened. He's asking the bowler what actually happened
Mm.
after leaving the ball.
Yes, indeed. Not looking good. But Bakari, the off spinner from the northern end, he steps up at his crease, spinning the ball in his hand, trying to see if he can get some turn. He comes in, towering down, flighted and on leg and being pushed down to the mid-on region. I'm an expert analyst, Sir Faisal.
Yes, Hasnain Bukhari, he's bowling really well throughout this tournament. He's a leggy, and he just mix up with his leg spins, some googlies, flippers, and the flighted ones. And today we saw a faster one as well with the straight seam. So he's got some kind of bowling talent in his armory. He's a good batter as well. A good cricketer for DC Eagles.
Yes, indeed. We like a bowler who have variation, but here he is a little bit wide of the crease. He's bowling to Anderson. How will he outsmart here? He comes in and flighted and hit in the middle and hit all the way over deep corner for 6.
Yes, it's a beautiful shot. It's for 4 runs actually.
Oh, it fell in front.
Yeah, it fell. For
No,
a moment, it thought it was going out of the park, but it just flattened it up.
Wow, let's
He-
see here in the replay.
He
I mean,
hit it, open up his legs.
We're cameraman. Guess we didn't get the shot here. But it really looked rather close there. But I mean, well done in the end on the part of Anderson. He moves on to 18. Bakari may want to come flatter, maybe wider this time. He comes in. He stills on the middle and swinging and missing. Fortunate favor in the batter there.
Yes, he's just loving everything, slogging on the leg side. Not easy for for a leg spinner bowling away from you. There's a chance of a top edge as well.
Bakari comes in again, this time on off, trying to run it down to point. No run in the end. The fielder coming in quickly. So a better ball there on the part of Bakari.
Yeah, it was a googly actually. A flatter one, and the batsman tried to cut, but no runs for him. So Chicago catches are 114 for 2 after 11 overs.
Indeed. So here we are, this time in the 12th over, as these two teams with one win and two defeats tried to get their second under the belt in terms of the victory column, trying to get their team into the semifinals, slated for here tomorrow at the Broward County at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. respectively, with the finals on Saturday set for 10 a.m. So if you're in the area, if you're in the region, if you're in the city or you're in the state here of Florida, and you love good quality cricket, it's on display here with a number of international players on parade emerging and established. Here we are. From the southern end, Kuram Pacer, he comes in, bowls just outside off, dropped right at the point fielder, but the point is quick and there's no run there for Anderson.
Yes, slower one from Mas Khurram. He rolled his finger at the last moment. A good fast bowler from Karachi, Pakistan. I remember you appeared in front of me in the open trials, and the first time I saw him, I saw the talent.
In the air and gone. Very good delivery there on the part of Karam. He looks, stares the batsman to say, I've got you. Short and quick onto the batter who tried to see if he could have hit that one over cover, not succeeding, only finding the cover fielder.
Absolutely, he wanted to pull the ball, but this time Maz gave everything he got. It was good, pacey, bouncy delivery. He wanted to pull it to the leg side, but easy catch at cover to Mohammad Asif, the captain.
Yes, he has to go back to the pavilion with Dieter Anderson, one of the more form players here at US Open 2024. In fact, looked at the column earlier, he had 98 runs coming in. I believe it was the third highest. With this 18, he has gone on to 115. But he has to go back. I mean, having given his team a good enough innings per se, in terms of trying to set a competitive, if not challenging total for this DC Eagles. So there we go again. Not in any position to play that pull shot, and hurried into playing that shot was Anderson.
Absolutely, and brilliant performance from DC Eagles.
So, not a bad start, 10 runs per over. Not a bad, it's indeed a good start, Chicago Catchers. If you can score 10 runs per over in a T20 game, you'll take that every day and twice on Sunday, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
So they're on par to say if they continue at 10 runs here, they'll be making 201. So it is for the DC Eagles, Washington DC Eagles, for them, to be bowling better in the second half of the innings, to try and see if they can get this run rate down to 8, potentially 7 runs per over, giving themselves a target anywhere between 140 160, more gettable. Anything over 60 in this format is always going to be challenging.
Absolutely, yes, and Chicago Catchers needs to put up some runs on the board. They're doing well, they're just losing some wickets. The current run rate is going really well for them, 10.06, which makes it for 201 if they play the same way. Only thing worry for them is just losing wicket. They need partnership now. Irfan Khan playing really well for them in 41-28.
Indeed, with him now is Ryan Harris, who played a very good hand in their first victory yesterday for the Chicago Catchers. He will be expected to play another good role batting here at number 5. But Curran may have other ideas. He comes in from the southern end, bustling in a little bit short, outside off, and covered up by the new batter, Harris.
Yes, absolutely. I was just telling you about Mas Khurram, how we selected him in the open trials. There were 500 plus players appeared. And the first time I saw him with my fellow selectors, he just gave us an idea that, he's got talent in him. And till the final trials. He bowled really well in the final trial match also, and then we picked him up for this US Open with along with other 8 to 10 players from
Correct.
that selection process.
That a bit short there, swinging and missing outside off was the new batter Harris all the way to the keeper. And indeed, finding stars is what this USA Open has always been about. One easily can remember the USA's top player right now, if not best fast bowler, if not best player. Ali Khan was indeed spotted here at USA Open by none other than West Indies cricket star Dwayne, Dwayne Bravo, and they say the rest is history.
Yes, absolutely. And this tournament has given a lot of players an opportunity to shine, and they did.
Correct. Comes in, bowls outside off, brushed into the covers by Harris. Now getting off the mark, one it will be. The score moves on to 115 for 3, with one delivery remaining here in the 12th.
Yes, Mas Khurram, he is bowling really well. Chicago catchers are playing well, but it's just they want to build. Whenever they try to build a partnership, just lose a wicket.
Mm-hmm. So Quran, they inform the batting very well. Irfan Khan, who's leading this catcher's charge, is facing up to Quran. Now Quran comes in, bowls just side of and dab down to third man. A singlet will be. Both batsmen just jogging through, taking a score to 116. But the catchers, very much looking comfortable and a decent over there from Quran. He's now 1 for 19. And at the end of 12, it's 116 for 3.
Yes, good performance.
Alright. To point, no run.
Uzair Siddiqui bowling from the far end. First over. He's also a medium pacer with a little bit of leg cutters.
Yes, indeed. Looking rather good in his previous games. I mean, well built, bustling. He comes in maybe from about a 10 step run up. Comes in now and bowls just outside off, lifted over, wide mid on, and two bounce into the boundary. 4.
Yes, 4 runs. It was a good shot on the leg side. He was trying to bowl him into the pads, and he saw the ball coming in and went with the swing out of the park for 4 runs.
Yeah, welcome for there for Irfan Khan. He has very much looked the part today. Now just a boundary away from what would be a well-deserved 50, and setting his team up well in this first innings of this important contest for these two teams as they hunt a semi-final spot here at USA Open 2024. What will Sadiq reply be? He comes in now, bowls this time on his stumps and just sliding that one down to backward of square and then rustling for a single was Khan.
Yes, good running between the wickets. Saw fielder at short fine leg Rafi Safdar was on his heels and took an easy single.
He, going on to 47 was kind of, looking very much the part here today. Setting up his team very well in their chase for their second win, having lost two of their previous three in this five-team tournament. And it's all happening here at the Broward Stadium. Coming in is Sadiki here. And the bows just on the stump, maybe off in the middle and a little bit full and pushed down the ground for a single.
Yes, played straight towards long on for single.
The single is exactly what the DC Eagles would have wanted rather than boundaries to try and restrict the scoring, which has been very good so far for the catchers. Sadiq comes in this time, pitched up in the slot and helped on its way over wide mid on, 6 all the way, and there he goes, raising his bat in the process is Irfan Khan. A well played 53, and his team is large and in charge.
Yes, a good shot on the leg side. He saw the ball, tried to hit in the previous one as well, but did not had the elevation. But this time, he played with the swing.
That's the side of a batsman who is seeing it, because he eventually had to take off his bottom and maybe not to the full pitch at the end, but his timing was impeccable.
Yes, he was well underneath the ball. You saw the slot. There's a huge gap between the mid wicket and long on, and just went out of the park.
So 53 of 33 is Irfan Khan, and 128 for 3 are the Chicago catchers. 1 delivers remaining 13 over. They're well set, and as the projection is saying right now, they would make 139 if they were to continue at the pace. But let us see what happens as we go forward. Sadiq, hoping for a better response, comes this time short and slap down to short mid off.
And there was a direct hit,
and given.
and also given out.
Oh, in the end, given a rather long time the umpire took, and the batsman is akimbo to suggest, come on, I made that. The inform Irfan it is, hitting hard and running. Let us see what happening here in the replay.
Oh, it looks very close actually.
Yeah.
If the producer can show us the replay again, if you see from here in the slow motion, and the ball was hit straight to, and his bat was in the air.
Yes. Well
Good
done
decision by the umpire.
Wow. On the replay, he'll see that.
Yes, he must be very disappointed, Irfan. He should have dragged the bat along. His bat was in the air.
Exactly.
You cannot put the bat just in. You need to slide it all the way through.
Oh my.
A huge mistake from Irfan Khan, who was playing so well for his team.
Our worst case, pull out the dive.
Absolutely, you have to protect your wicket in every possible way.
Yeah. Dipping not accepted at this stage or at this level. But he well played 53 nonetheless, entertaining. Some solid boundaries are hit, 6s and 4s, but he has to go back, is Irfan Khan. His team is, however, in a very strong position at 128 for 4 at the end of 13, and the new batter is on his way out.
Yes, partnership has been broken. Both new batters at the crease now. DC Eagles made a good comeback. Direct hits are always dangerous. I always tell the players when they are fielding that always take a chance shy at the stump. You never know. One frame can get you a wicket. And this was a prime example how a set batter was out. For the youngsters, viewers who are watching us on Mac TV, can clearly learn while watching it from here. And this has been very, very important. Oh, that was a good ball from the leggy. This time he's changed his angles now, even the side. Before he bowled from the far end, now Bukhari is back from the pavilion end.
Indeed, comes in. Flighted inside the pad, work there in the mid wicket region. I call for two among the batters. Will they get it? Yes, they do eventually. Fielder having to come a long way around. But two more runs added to the total. Harris goes on to 4. It's now 130 for the Chicago catchers.
Yes, good running between the wicket by the two new batters.
Indeed.
Seems like they have a good understanding of running between the wicket, these two.
Bukhari continues with the mixtures of leggies and back at googly. So that one orthodox. Nicely flighted and beating the outside of the bat there.
Very well bowled from Bukhari. He knows that the batter is looking to slog him on the leg side. He's just keeping it away.
Again, here he comes. Flighted reverse sweep pulled out at
Oh!
the top edge there. Goes between slip and the keeper. Will it reach the boundary? It's a long chase. Well saved, it appears. But the batters look comfortable for 3 here. But a chance been given.
Yes, the chance was there, and the slip fielder was just started to run away, and
The keeper, the umpire.
missed it. It went between. It was good fielding in the end.
Yes, by Griffith.
Absolutely. It's learning from the youngsters if they are watching this on Mac TV.
Yes,
That
indeed.
this is the way you have to run to the ball till the last end, give you everything and save.
But that's well done by Griffiths. The Guyanese West Indian first class cricketer would have played CPL and other franchise leagues around the world.
Yes, that's what an experience brings to the team.
Carry a flight.
And this time,
a full length. Is it enough to go over the boundary?
yes, it does.
Excellent shot there on the part of Harris. Given too many flights up in the zone and helped on its way.
Yes, I've been saying this from couple of balls that the batter was looking on the leg side to slog hard, and finally he saw the ball flight in the air. His eyes got lit up, and then he gave everything he got and out of the park for 6 runs.
Good shot there from Harris. What will be the response here from Bukhari, leg spinner? He comes in again, a little bit flatter this time, bringing the batter on the front foot. He pushes in the mid wicket, calls for 2. Will he be able to do? No. Mid wicket fielder comes in, the cover fielder comes in, mid wicket fielder comes in very quickly and cut that one off. And it's 1 run in the end. Bringing the end of the 14th over as well. 139 for 4. It is the Chicago catchers in trying to set a challenging total for the DC Eagles.
Yes, good cricket overall on this last ball. 139 for 4 and allowed 14. Still got 6 more overs. They need to build up this partnership for the current run rate, which is going 9.93. They're playing really well. Just the partnerships.
Here we go, change the ball in here, left up spinner, flighted, on the leg, worked to the backward square, fielder, single in the end.
Yes, Rafis After left arm spinner bowling from the far end. Was not a good ball, bowling him towards the leg side when you have the field on the offside. Bad line and length.
Yes, indeed. So Safari is this, finger spinner. Settling in is Harris. Comes in bold, flat, on off, and dragged up, played on the front foot defensively.
Yes, first he was trying to play towards the leg side for a single, but then decided to.
Safter comes in. Still a little bit flat. Stepping away there was Harris at the back. Pushing it to the long off fielder. Single in the end.
Yes, an easy single towards long off.
Brings back Harris in the strike. Safter it is. A bit more flighted. Angling down in the pads. And just stopped in front of him. Top ball. On the part of Harris. So mixing it up in flight and variation here is Safter. Comes in this time outside off. Slap down to the cover region. Extra cover. It will only be a single in the end. Good return. So 1 run.
Yes, good fielding from the fielder, riding the boundary, not allowing the batter for the second run.
Yes, indeed. So here we go. Safdie comes in flighted. Outside off. Push point fielder quickly in. No says a non-striker. No run on offer. No run taken. 142 for 4 days after 15. And the Chicago catchers are well set with 5 overs remaining in this interesting contest of the USA Cricket Open 2024 Championship here on MAC TV. Stay tuned. Here we go again. Flight it. Oh, beating all ends up the leg spinner.
Yes, Bukhari bowling really well.
Here he goes again. Will he deliver a similar one? Yeah, nicely flighted. But this time Harris gets on the top edge somewhat. Longer fielder runs in. This one drops in no man's land, however. And 2 runs to the batters. So interesting contest here. Flighted and beaten all ends up with the leg spin pitching on off stump earlier. And in response, Harris slugged in the second effort. Only succeeding to the top edge, but it was safe over the bowler's head. And both are trying to get on top of each other right here. Tussle between Harris and Bukhari. Who will win? Harris is on 16 from 13. Bukhari is none for 31 so far. And this is, I believe, is his third over of the innings.
Yes,
Here we
Bukhari.
go. Bukhari, flighted. This time nicely flighted. Pitch just about middle and off and turning away. Guided to the short. Third man. And no run. So Bukhari, good comeback there. Little bit flatter. Will he give it air this time round? And will Harris go after him? Let's see what happens in this battle. Comes in. Little bit flatter. Appeal, but that pitched out. I mean, wow, given.
Yes, it was a flat flipper, we call it. The faster one.
Indeed, but a little bit outside off. At first impression, what do you think? That pitch in line? Yes, it did.
Hitting middle stump. Might be breaking the stumps into pieces. I think that was a faster one he bowls.
Yes.
He holds the ball like an off-spin grip
Mm-hmm.
and then just darts straight to the pads. So yes,
Yeah,
he
and-
deceived the batter with his flighted delivery before.
Mm-hmm.
And now when the batsman was thinking for another flight ball, he just darted in the pads. It was in no man's land.
The flipper, perfected firstly by Shane Warren there. And now as the batter is signaling, that one just slid onto him. And he has to go back. Harris scored 16. And the catchers have now moved to 144 for 5. And Bukhari has taken his first wicket.
Yes, good wicket for Bukhari, who's been bowling well from both the ends now. He's been flighting the delivery.
Indeed. Well. What of a contest we have on our hands here. It will be interesting to see how it ends. But so far, both teams are battling out to see who will make it to the semifinals here of the Mac TV sponsored US Open Cricket 2024. Bukhari bowling from the southern end to a well spread field here at the Broward Stadium. He comes in, flighted delivery, edged to slip and taken immediately. So an hat-trick cut on the cards here today. Bukhari flighting that one to the left-handed new batter Huda, only succeeding to edge to slip.
Yes, googly this time.
Mm-hmm. And well, all hands up celebrating are the DC Eagles. They have gotten another wicket, having catchers done so well in the first part of this contest, even into the middle part here. Still have a solid total on the board so far, but they have lost 2 quick wickets and have put hat-trick in the hands of Bukhari.
Yes, a good catch from the slip fielder actually.
Mm-hmm.
He saw the ball that was going away from the batter, googly, and the batter just gave him a gifted easy catch.
So, what will be the response here? Are we in for the first hat-trick of the tournament? Bukhari, we have had the opportunity so far. I believe 2 bowlers have taken 2 back-to-back wickets. This is the third opportunity. And the new batter is Singh, Tarandeep. It is. And the leg spinner here, Bukhari, is 2 for 32.
Yes, Bukhari bowling well.
What type of delivery do you see? A flat one, a flighted one, a googly?
A straight up flipper.
Straight flipper.
He's not gonna give anything to the batsman. He'll take full charge.
Indeed. Let us see what
Darting
happens.
into the stumps.
Bukhari comes in a googly.
Oh!
A googly, and he just
How
played
could
around
you
it.
miss that ball?
It appeared to be even an inner edge. Fortunate for the batter there, he stops that. End of the over in the meantime. 144 for 6 it is after 16. Let us see the replay here. Indeed.
You almost got him between his bat and pad.
Yeah.
Could have hit the middle stump. It was just the edge, inside edge. Saved the batter Tarandeep Singh.
Indeed.
He would have been the hat-trick bunny.
So heading into the final four, it's 144 for 6. So coming in is Sadiq from the northern end. Coming to bowl this the 17th over. Down the leg side. Collected by the keeper. Signaled wide by the umpire as well. So bad start for him in this over. Sadiq, who has been otherwise good with his medium pace, you'd call it. A none for 13. And he'll be wanting to size up Kevin Daly, the new batter here, much better. Here he comes in again. Sadiq bowls outside off and push down to the third man fielder there on the edge of the square. And 1 run. So he gets off the mark. It is Daly. Now Daly moves on to 3, bringing Tarandeep Singh on strike, who is yet to get off the mark.
Yes, suddenly the wickets have started to fall apart for Chicago catchers. The still run rate is going well. It's just the wickets. Maybe they have changed the strategy of going for runs.
Sadiq comes in. Bowls outside off and bouncing. Swinging and missing is the batter here. Singh. Good delivery there. Outside off and swinging in to the right-hander.
Yes, absolutely. He's bowling really well with the angles. He likes to bowl in towards the pads for the batters.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Sadiq comes in, bowls. This time up in the block hole. Tried to hit that one, was Singh. Only succeeding to get that out to the cover fielder. No run in the end. A good delivery there. Tried to get under it. Was unable to, Singh. And it's a dot ball in the end. Sadiq comes in. Oh, he slows down this time. Pulls up, goes back to the top of his mark. False start, some would call it. Here comes Sadiq. Bowling to Singh, outside off. This time, this one a little bit holding his line. But good pace and good bounce. Swinging and missing. Singh as well.
Yeah, it's bowling well. Chicago catches are looking to build a small partnerships in these last 3.2 overs.
Yes, indeed. Sadiq again. This time, outside of getting closer to that one was Singh and pushing it down to the extra cover fielder. He gets off the mark eventually. Now, after facing 5 deliveries and moving the total to 147 with 1 delivery remaining here in the 17th over of this contest. US Open Cricket 2024. A battle for a semi-final place is on between those two teams who currently have records of 1 win and 2 defeats in this 5-team championship. So here we go. Sadiq comes in, bowls, and skipping is the pace is the batter there. Daly on chipping it to long off for a single. End of the over in the process. 148 it is for 6 after 17. And an interesting final 3 overs is on hand. So here we go, returning is Safdar, left arm finger spinner. He replaces, and he's now up to wicket and bowls. Backing off there is Daly, and hitting that one to point. No run. 148 for 6 is the score as we start the 18th over.
Yeah, Rafi Safdar coming from the pavilion M this time.
Comes in flight that one.
Darting
getting
straight to
under
the
that.
stumps.
Indeed, and getting under that. Calls for 2, get 2 in the end. Long on had to rub around straight behind the bowler. But flat. Trying to just keep it tight. Limit the boundary scoring opportunities. It's after. Here he is, comes in again. This time wide of the crease. Swinging, getting the inside edge. This one will go for 4 for sure. And holding his head is the bowler Saf there. You know that one could have hit the stump. But thank you, Daly will see. Because he did get some bat into it. Trying to hoist that over mid-on. And in the head, getting the French cut 4.
Yes, 4 runs for Chicago catches. They don't mind coming it in any form, shape, and size.
Indeed. I wonder who came up with that term, French cut, but here we go. As after what is reply again, flat. Oh, hitting that one, hitting his player. Couldn't get out of the way. He was sing, shaking it out as it is, because that was flush.
That hit hard.
Ugh.
It's not happy.
Oh man, he couldn't get out of the way. Thumped by Daly down the ground, only to be stopped by the non-striker. Singh, who could not get out of the way quick enough. So, runs saved by his batting partner.
Absolutely. I'm sure that he's not happy as well.
So after it is coming wide of the crease, flighting,
Oh,
getting under that and hitting that one down to mid on. A single for Daly.
Yes, this time even the ball went close to his non-striker and partner. But this time he managed to leave it.
Indeed. Hitting straight, playing with a straight bat Daly. So he's really smothering any turn that is on offer there for Safter. Good inside out batting. Safter again wide of the crease comes in. This one a little bit arm ball straight down and played up the wicket by Singh. Bringing an end to otherwise okay over. No boundary. 155 for 6. At the end of 18 are the Chicago Catchers against the DC Eagles here at the 16th edition of the USA Open Cricket 2024. So we're now in the 19th over. Griffith talking to Pacer as to how he suggests Trevon Griffith, the opening batter from Guyana and the West Indies, suggesting this keep this one tight just outside the half one figures as the fast bowler comes in here from the northern end and bowl a little bit short, good ball over the off stump, good bouncing delivery, beating Singh as he attempted to hit that one through mid wicket. 155 for 6, good total as it is in this chase, and still another 11 delivers remaining. What will the score in the end be? Projected to be 171 from here, and that will be a big ask for the DC Eagles. However, let us see, here comes Sadiki, wide, swinging and missing, that one coming in, and not in any position to pull that one was Daly.
Yes, Uzair Siddiqui, he likes to hit hard in the pitch to generate some bounce and pace.
Yes, he does, and it oftentimes deceive. Here he comes this time, bowling that one up in the block hole, per se, digged out and run hard. And 2 runs in the end. Good bowling, good batting, good running.
Yes, good cricket all around.
These are the type of contests you want to see, and these are the type of contests that has been in action here. Top quality bowling, top quality batting, top quality fielding. It's cricket watchers' dream. Here comes Sadiq, moving around the crease of the batter, swinging that one, hitting that one, straight down to long off and running hard for the second. That is good batting. throwing the ball off his line per se was Daly.
Yes, Chicago catchers are making sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking. They're keeping the fielders on their toes.
Yeah, must be wanting boundaries, but it's good bowling and it's good fielding for the most part. That's the key.
No, that's a beautiful shot.
And cut off in the end over by fine leg, and that will result only in a single.
A daily scoop, we call that, but
Hmm.
the running between the wicket was a little bit slow. Should have got 2 runs for that.
Comfortably.
But you must give credit to the fielders. They were very sharp on the ball.
I guess everybody was, including the batters, were admiring the shot. One of the more difficult shots in cricket to play, and it came off almost at a premium. Everybody was watching, including the batters. They only get one when it should have been two.
Yes, the improvisation was really well
Mhm.
executed.
Indeed. Sadiq.
Siddiqui looks under pressure now. He's thinking which line he should bowl and finish this over well.
Here we go, Singh. Only on one, swinging and missing. Back of a length, outside off, swinging right into the Clippers' glove. It goes. Batsman missing in the end. So that Sadiq completes his quota. Fairly good, none for 21. 44. He may not be high on the wicket, but he has been very meager in the run scoring. It's 1 over to go. It's 160 the Chicago Catchers for 6 against the DC Eagles here at the Broward County Stadium in Florida. It's USA Open Cricket 2024 action, and an interesting final over is in line. Stay tuned. So the final over here in this contest between two teams who are chasing a semi-final spot at the US Open Cricket 2024 tournament here on Mac TV, brought to you by the Mac Group of Companies. Both teams are 1 win and 2 defeats in their opening 3 encounters. 3 or 4 preliminary matches. They're seeking to win to book a spot in to join LA Lions and the New York Yorkers, who are already through to the semifinals. And we mentioned earlier, the LA Lions leader has been captained by Faisal Iqbal here, who is on me, with me here. Come on. Ooh,
Played and miss.
Yes, indeed. Opening ball, a little bit on the slower side, and swinging and missing was Daly.
Yes, he was trying to hit towards the leg side. The good thing today is it's not very windy.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an open field to hit either side of the boundary.
Yep.
Before it was always
Correct.
one side very windy.
Well, let's see his response here. Comes pitched up and a little skimmy down the wicket. Is Daly there getting to the pitch, and but only succeeding to lift it to the mid-off fielder for 1.
Yes, a single was given. Good fielding in the ring. Mas Khurram, another talent, was found during the open trials in Karachi, Pakistan, from the 500 boys.
Looking quite impressive. Here he comes from the southern end. A bowl inside the black hole. Lifted and seemingly well over the boundary here. Well timed on the part of Singh. He finally gets into the action with a glorious 6 over long on.
Yes, he saw the ball coming into him. came underneath the ball, used the pace, timed it well for 6 runs.
Gee, that should give his confidence a whole lot, even though it's just 3 delivers remaining in this innings. But his team is well in charge. Here comes Ram. That's one a little bit quicker. Onto there's a run out opportunity and gone. Very good feeling there on the part of the bowler, picking up and backing up too much was Daly, and he has been sent back to the pavilion. And the Chicago catchers now have lost their 7th wicket.
Yes, there was no run. Could have taken the run because he was very close. The non-striker ran towards the striker.
Yeah, but that wasn't on. I mean, for what it is worth. So it's you'd want to say that's a wicket that was given away, because at the end, and Daly was there 17 for 19, and you'd have wanted him to get a few other these deliveries before we close, but he has to go back.
Yes, a good wicket for DC Eagles. A run out. Any crucial position is good for the team. Chicago catchers.
Settling in the dugout. They should be a little bit happier. They have a decent total on the board, above par. But here comes Curran. Swinging is
Another chance of a run out.
Another similar opportunity.
Oh, and this time,
The bowler held on to it. Why didn't he throw?
well, this time he saw that the batsman was not very far from the crease, so he did not take the chance of giving him a single because the
For the overthrow.
overthrow, yes.
Potential. But I put it to you, a quick release there, anything could have happened. 'Cause the batter was not that comfortable.
Yes.
Got Curran comes in here now and bowls the final delivery of the innings. What will happen? Hitting the pad, it appears. Single in the end. Was there inside edge? Yes, it was. So, innings has come to an end here. 168 for 7, the Chicago catchers. They have done fairly well at 8 runs per over. And they were going at one stage at 10, so they may feel they have fallen short. But in the end, it's a good competitive total, Sir Iqbal.
Absolutely, 168 for 7 in their allotted 20. 16 ever extras run was given. 34 from Hamayu Ahmadzai, 53 Irfan Khan played really well. And everybody was in the double figures from there. Anderson 18, Harris 16, Daly 17, and Tarandeep Singh 8 not out. The DC Eagles bowling. Mohammad Asif got 1 wicket. It been expensive. Mas Khurram 1 wicket. Stan Bukhari got 2 wickets with his leggies. Rafiz Saftar 1 wicket with his left arm spinners. 16 extra runs were given by the DC Eagles. So after the short break, we'll see how the DC Eagles will chase 170, 168 in their allotted 20 overs.
Attention cricket lovers. Your dream stadium is closer than you think.
Nice throw, one bounce into the wicket keeper.
Yes, lucky there didn't go for a full run because it was kind of loose delivery from Arbaz, but a good field set there. All fielders are outside the ring are very straight. He bowls with a lesser pace, so he has to have fielders straighter rather than squarer.
Yes, so Warat is going at 100, 6 for 6. And the onside is flicking nicely. But this time they're settling for one early because Squellick comes in off the boundary and picks up, rifles in the throw at the end of that over. It's 129 for the loss of 1 wicket. 90 now for Bukhari. And Warat is on 6 from 6. So spin is being employed from the southern end. Goes in, bowls his right arm over. Batsman is tugging this one from outside off into the onside. There is a good one chase here for the long on fielder. Picks up with one hand, sends a throw, trying to get at Bakari, but Bakari is moving merrily along. The big jumbo scoreboard is up, so he can see on the scoreboard that he has worked his way into the 90s. He's on 92 from just 44 deliveries. It's going to be a quick century once he gets there. When he comes in now, he bowls. This time into the onside again. He plays it with soft hands, just working the ball around, working his singles. He has shown no signs of aggression for the past 4 overs or so. He has settled for the century, knowing that not even demons can prevent the DC Eagle from winning this match.
Yes, I think it has become so easy from DC Eagles. Chicago catchers might want to use some strategy here.
Yes. Oh, this time he tried turning the onside, getting a leading edge, but mid-off is up in the circle. And the only way I think they can get Bukhari out is via the run-out route. The 1 wicket to have fallen came via the run-out route. The bowling is not threatening, like a steady wicket. The pitch has settled down. It's good for batting. You have to bend your back to bowl. Well, he comes in now again. That's Khan. And down the leg side, he's pulling and pulling well. There's runs here for him as he beats the short fine legger up in the circle. And away she goes across the rope. 4 runs. 136 for 1.
Yes, not a very good ball this time from Irfan Khan. It was pitch short and allowed Nisar Wadat to swing his arms toward fine leg. But here I would say that Hasnain Bukhari was the man set, but they are settling up Nisar Wadat. We didn't see anyone coming up in the ring, stopping those singles from Nisar Wadat. This run chase is becoming so easy for DC Eagles.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's his first boundary. Now he goes into double figures. That's it. Wadat, he settles in again. This time he's driving on the onside, sweetly, just for the single. Again, it's easy peasy. Trying to get to 169 for the victory. And a win here for them will take them into the semi-finals tomorrow, I would think.
Yeah, I also think so, because they're in a so much comfortable position here. Chicago catchers has to be attacking here.
Oh, that's off the mark. That's wide of the blue line there. That belongs to the umpire. So umpire Charlie gets to do his exercise. Who needs Jenny Craig when you can umpire? Jenny Craig, she has those exercises going. No need for Jenny Craig when you can umpire and get your exercises in. I say you will be bemused there a little when I said that. But Jenny Craig, yeah, she has those aerobics and all the stuff. Single taken here again from the last delivery. And that's the end of over number 12. 139 for 1, which is indeed the latest score here at the Broward Central Park. So we're in hopes of a century here from Bukhari. He settles in and he's working this one again from the off into the onside, running the first one quickly. But then again, good fielding down there in the deep mid-wicket area prevented 2. The batters took off for that second run. But it was just a thought, and it remained a thought.
Yeah, it looked like that Hasnain Bukhari got cautious after he entered 80, and he's moving towards his century, because he knows there's nothing to rush on.
Yes, well, he's one big hit away. He's on 95. Walking this one off the pads is going to be the single, and he's going to bring Bukhari. All eyes are on him to get the first 100 of this 16th US Open tournament. And for the viewers, you're welcome to the Mac TV, and it's about this time that you invite 1 or 2 friends to come on in and witness a century. If it could be done, it will be done in this game, we're still quite away from the 169 required. Outside the off stump, he's playing it. And yes, no, yes, no. Again, the only way this man can out is via the run out route. And two batters were undecided. Yes, no, yes, no. But Bakari wants to stay on strike. He's one big six away from the coveted 100. He'll be the first in this, the 16th edition, as I was saying. But he's looked the part.
Yes, he looked so confident. He played all those shots on merit. We didn't see him going harsh on anything, but he all did was on the merit, and it was absolute treat to watch him bat.
Yes, you can see his teammates on the edge down here. I don't think he's gonna try to get to the six. There again, he's just on driving. Long on gets in the way just for the single. Now he's a 96, just a boundary away. But I don't think he's gonna go gung ho. You've said it right. You've settled a long time to just take his time. Once he would have hit the 80s, I guess he's asking a question or two. Oh, he need some refreshment.
He needs some water.
Yes.
I hope
Yes.
his teammates are watching him.
Yes. Well, Ahmed from the far end. This time he's late cutting. Batter was a little slow getting off the mark there, but he was pushed there by Bakari, saying, yes, that's one. He was just played it behind you. It's my call. Take off and let's go. Do not look at your stroke. The cameraman will do his work. Keep going. One more to the total.
So he has hurt himself, Arbaz Ahmed, trying to catch the throw of the point fielder. It was quite aggressive.
Yes, well, all eyes are on Bakari. He's one strike away. He's a 96. Again, he works this off the legs. I don't think he's going to come with a boundary. I think he's settled, like you've said, since in the 80s to just work those singles, work those twos. So he takes a single off the last ball, so he'll be taking a strike at the next over. 144 for one. So while at keeping company, he's on 13 from 11. And Bakari, 97 from 50. He got to 50 like a racehorse. He was playing the big shots early in the inning. And then he has settled down, like we said, for the past maybe 17 runs or so, just working it around. And if he continues, he'll get to the 100. I'm going to predict that he gets to the 100. Well deserved.
Yes, absolutely. But on the other end, we may want to see Chicago catchers attacking here a bit. Since he became cautious, they may bring one fielder up, if not both long on or long off, but just one. At least give them a challenge. They're chasing it very easily. So, but we have seen the momentum shift towards other team in previous matches, but we did not see anything attacking here from the Chicago catchers. And again, it's the same. They only need 3.5 runs per over.
I agree. Well, in an ODI between Pakistan and South Africa on the international scene, Pakistan made a big 329. They were all out. I'll give you individual scores later, but South Africa, after some 34, then the 35th over, then 199 for 5. So here it is now. He comes in and he's pulling this one in the air and away from the short mid wicket. Didn't really get a hold of it. It went about 2 inches away from the boundary. Did he touch the rope when he was touching that ball?
Yes, it looked like he did, but we have to see in the
like,
replay.
Yes, but you see, it's because he was settled for just pushing it around that a loose delivery came, and no one was in the deep mid wicket. So he extended his arm, but no timing. He's gone to 99. One away, 99 from 51. Now they're pulling back in the deep mid wicket, bringing him back up into the circle, inviting him to hit again. So they're bringing in all the fielders, knowing that he's going to play the one for the century. He comes in bold now, this time he's working it on the legs, and that's his century. As he works this one, he gets it with a boundary.
Extremely beautiful. This is from Hasnain Bukhari. Well deserved century.
Yes, the first century of the 16th edition of the US Open, being applauded there by his teammate and the fielders alike, and that's what we like to see. You're opponents, you're not enemies. Cricket is cricket, a century is a century. No matter in what class, no matter in what where you get it, a century is a century is a century. And this is the biggest tournament in all of USA, the US Open. So the common stage on an international stage, the cameras are out and they're asking him to pose for the pictures. A proud man, a proud moment for him. In the meantime, 150 comes up on the board just for the one wicket.
Yes, and Hasnain Bukhari is the courtesy. He scored so well. He scored one of the fastest 50s of this tournament. 50 of just 17 balls and then 152 balls. Wonderful this is from him. Well deserved century, and it looks so beautiful to eyes.
Yeah, it's one wide of the mark and there's a dot. So I guess, don't know if it has sunk in as yet, but he wants to stay there to the end. It looks so much better to get the not out to his name. 169 is the target score. This time he's driving again with easy arms. Yes, no. Sent back wisely by the non-striker there. Wadat, sporting the brighter of the two red hats, if my eyes are seeing correctly.
You're absolutely right. There was no run there.
Not at all. 150 again. Lenny Archibald over in New York. I'm sending an SOS for him. That's the man with the golden voice. You'd have really enjoyed being in the combox with him. Yeah, he has a lot of experience. This one he goes out to the boundary for 4. So the beat goes on.
Yeah, it was a short pitch delivery from Humayun, and he cut it beautifully between the gap over the head of the fielder, I must say.
Yes, up and
4
over.
runs.
Up and over, down to the boundary for 4. So he races on to 107 from 55. So I guess he's going to just get it over with now and call it George. My good friend George is around here. And his team is going to go down one more. That's the Chicago Catchers. DC Eagles, they're flying. The Eagles are flying high. Comes in now bowls, and this time he works it off the legs for the single. Sensible batting. I think he's going to take the bat in hand, and maybe he might not even walk off the square. He might be lifted off the square. But 155 for 1, which indeed is the latest score here at the Broward Regional Park. So again, after some heavy showers yesterday morning, we're here with a late start this morning because we had some 6 inches of rain on this ground. I have to give it to the creators here, Milton, Taylor, and the crew, for really getting cricket to be playing on this park. It's good drainage, I'll say that. But then the work still needed to be done. A little dampness was one of the outer pitch, and they had to get some extra grass, get some extra everything, whatever it took, blowers, everybody, to make sure get the pitch and the adjoining pitches in good condition that we can have play. So we want to say thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Vanize is replacing Arbaz Ahmed.
Yes, but he has gone for 11. Down the leg side. Oh, you're working this one in the onside, but the one was a quicker delivery. It punched onto the bat even quicker than he can turn the wrist over. But he gets the single. 109 he is. That's Bakari. Let's bring Wadat on strike. He's on a lucky 13. Is 13 a superstitious number in Pakistan?
No, I haven't heard
No?
anything.
Okay,
like
well,
that.
in these parts we say 13 is an unlucky number. He's driving this one, but cover sweeper is going to get in the way just for the one.
Does it mean Nisar Wadat is in danger? No, he's out of danger. Just turned to 14.
Yes. You know, in America, you do not have a 13th floor. When you're taking the elevators, they go 12, skip 13, go to 14.
Oh.
Yeah, 13 is a superstitious number. Even in Australia, their bad luck in number is 87, 13 away from 100. He comes in now, bowls outside the off stump, naughty. I think he took his eyes off that. That's one of the naughty shots they're playing by Warat as he tried to put it outside the off stump. And batsmen always play the correct shot after they would have made the mistake hitting air.
Yes, absolutely. Then they tell themselves that this is what they should be doing.
Yes, okay, we're into over number 15 as this innings and match comes so close. Yorker Lank, he digs it out. Came down in the nick of time.
Yes, he is so good with his Yorkers, so consistent. And maybe Nisarwa that was staying on his front foot at delivery before this, and Ganesha surprised him with the short pitch. So he's mixing up his line and length here.
Yes, that was a toe crusher. Came down just in time for the one. 158 for one. So Wadat and 14 is opening the blade here. The busy area, the point area. Gonna be overthrows. Are they gonna take it? No. But the backward point area, that's a busy area. You have got to be one of the better fielders in that position.
I would say Humayun Ahmadzai is the best fielder, and he's positioned so well. He has done justice to this field position.
Well,
Point.
that's right. It's a busy area. And a lot of ones there. You have to be sharp if you're taking singles there. Many times you have only one stump to aim, but more often than not, they're afraid to run those quick singles. Oh, he's playing this one in the air. He's going out to the man out there. He takes the catch.
Ganesha is pumped. He flicked it towards mid-wicket fielder, and a wonderful catch there in the deep. We have seen him busy. We have seen him fighting, stopping those 2 runs, and now he has taken a brilliant catch here, sending back.
Warat, yes, he is made his 16. So the 13 became a lucky 13, but the 16, sweet 16, became his unlucky number. That was his undoing. Flicking off the pads, Wadat down to deep mid-wicket, and the bowler was really pumped to get that wicket.
Oh, this is Hasnan Bukhari who got out. We have some mistake here on the scorecard.
Oh, yes.
So we saw some gestures there from Ganesha. He came in running, congratulating him for his beautiful 100, the first 100 of this US Open Premier Cricket League 2024. A wonderful 100 when it matters the most for DC Eagles, who so wanted to win this match, so still wants to win this match to keep themselves alive for US Premier Cricket League 2024.
Yes, so we beg your pardon, the scoreboard had us here in a little quandary. So Bakari's out for 100 and 112. So the first century of the US Open 2024, the 16th edition. Bakari chiming in with 112. He really wanted to get the nod out. He was just 9 away, but he flicked it straight down the throat of the man down there deep mid wicket. And he was the prize wicket. The bowler was pumped. Turning it down to fine leg, can't score.
Yes, Humayun Ahmadzai is bowling from Chicago catchers, willing to provide another wicket here. A back-to-back wickets might make this game interesting, but obviously DC Eagle has done their job.
Yes, indeed. So
we still have 5 fielders outside the ring.
even though it's just 9 runs, so they need to just close in, and whether it's going to be over in a rush or what.
Man in on the strike.
Yeah, you can defend this. So you're not going to defend 9 with 5 overs to go. So make it interesting. Just try to get another wicket. Crowd a new batter. So it's 161 with that single.
Only 8 runs are needed.
Yes. Batsman driving back to the bowler, feels well, threatened to knock those poles over and then from the non-striker if he was too far out. but it was just a threat. The non-striker must have known he's a good fielder to his own bowling. So as I was saying with Lenny Archibald, he's an encyclopedia. Just have everything up in his head, and has that flow. I like working with him, to be honest with you. There's a good flow, you know.
Yes,
To be
I
honest.
can imagine that. You are too good with that, and I'm enjoying myself with you. So
Oh.
if he's so good, you surely would.
Yeah, definitely so. That's the man with the golden voice. I always call him that, and he has a good flow. Very interesting. And for the viewers and listeners out there, yeah, we take it in stride if we're doing something off the mark, and you're telling us when we're doing good or when we're not doing so good or when we're doing poorly. We appreciate it. It simply means that we just have a look and try to do better, to
Ye-
justice to the cricket.
Yes, we would also definitely want a growth in this, so feedback would always be good for us.
Yes, so we welcome the feedback. And let them know too that, this is your audition, this is your debut. This is a lovely stroke outside the off stump, splitting the third man up in the circle, backward point, and that's a beauty.
Yes, absolutely stunning. Played it with the full face of the bat, guided it between the gap of point and third man fielder.
Yes, let's
have
have
a
a
look at
look.
this one.
There it is. All class.
So
All class.
pure timings.
Yes, and placement.
Totally. So 15 gone, it's 160 for 2 DC Eagles.
More than that. Now we're ending this match. We're very close to the end. He's driving, knocked down there by the bowler. And then now we're looking like the men are inside the circle working hard. They have all of 5 inside the circle at this time. Now they're pushing back the mid-off.
Yes, Ganesh is back in, trying his best to execute those Yorkers, make this match interesting by getting another wicket.
Yeah, the ball's now went up over. Oh, this one is pacey. Batsman was getting small there as he was trying to evade that one getting into the body. Again, I have to give the creators all credit. The ball is pretty soft at this time, and it can still really get some pace on it. Could you imagine a harder ball at this time coming on? So
Yes,
match
wonderful
is
work. This is from them. Credit goes to them, and this pitch has played beautifully. Early on, there was a bit of moisture. These Eagle bowlers made the most of it, but work hard.
down the leg side. It's going to be a wide.
Yes, Chicago catchers, bowlers had to work hard on this pitch. They couldn't assess it so well early on and allowed Hasnain Bukhari to play this beautiful knock of 112 runs. So far the best from anyone in this tournament. He was on spot. He played some beautiful cricketing shots. It was a treat to watch him bat this way. And he has put his team DC Eagles into a good position here in this tournament. So we can see appeal here from Ganesh. Umpire doesn't look interested in that. Meanwhile, DC Eagles has got 1 run off leg byes. We haven't seen such a dominating chase so far in this tournament.
So we can see land now. So the boat is getting ready to dock. Caught up 166 for 2. Outside the off, some cutting. And he's cutting well. He's 1. They're going to be getting 4 for this. I would say game, set, match. Victorious are the DC Eagles.
Yes, the most dominant run chase here in this US Open Cricket 2024 tournament. DC Eagles have won this match, and Chicago catchers could not do anything against Hasnain Bukhari, who had batted beautifully for DC Eagles, scored his first 100, in fact, first 100 of the tournament, 112 runs. So they are shaking hands there, and DC Eagle has won this match by 8 wickets in 16.3 overs. Have a look at the scorecard. Griffith 18 on 18, Hasnain Bukhari the man 112 on just 60 balls with 5 sixes and 12 fours there. Nisar Wahdat 20 not out, and Brian Gill 2 runs off 4 balls. Chicago catchers bowled 16 extras here. Have a look at the scorecard. Only 1 wicket in the scorecard, that belongs to Ghanize. So far, the best economy of 5 and 5 from Arbaz Ahmed and Rahimullah Ghanize, who remained under 6. Otherwise, DC Eagles have really put them under pressure, all those bowlers. The match summary here: Chicago catchers scored 168 runs in 20 overs. Irfan Khan scored 53, Humayun Ahmad Zaid 34, Anderson scored 18, Mas Khurram got 1 wicket, Muhammad Asif 1 wicket, and Hasnain Bukhari got 2 wickets. And in chase, DC Eagles scored this run in 16.3 overs only. Hasnain Bukhari again 112 of 60 balls, Nisar Wahdat 20 in 18. The best bowler is Rahim Ullah Ghanize, who got 1 wicket from Chicago catchers.
And just to bring you up to date, Pakistan versus South Africa in the second ODI. Pakistan made 329. South Africa are presently on 208 for 7. They need a further 122 runs from 75 balls. The wicket column is the concern for the Pakistanis. When Pakistani batted, we had a top score here from the captain, Mohammad Rizwan. He got to 80 from 82 deliveries. And we have Ghulam. He got to 63 and 73. Yeah, so Pakistani is trying to get to a victory here. Again, South Africa needing 121 runs from 74 deliveries. So skipper trying to marshal his troops to a win. Again, Pakistan made 329 from their 50 overs. South Africa 209 for 7.